I think one of the reasons why there's so much tension when we are just sort of going after each other through social media is because we've all been dealing with something that isn't tangible. It isn't a person, it isn't a thing. It's in the air, it's liquid and so on, but there's no real healthy way to vent. And my form of therapy was to simply write COVID a letter, and this is my letter to COVID. Dear COVID, in case you're looking for me, I won't be home. I won't be stress eating. I won't be smoking one cigarette after another. I won't be drinking myself numb, barely allowing myself to sleep, because that would make things way too easy for you. If and when we meet, I will not be staring at a screen, obsessing over every little detail about you, because you're a virus, not an ex. I'll admit, at first, I was spending a lot of time asking all sorts of questions about you. Where did you come from? Where are you going? Will you get stronger? How many lives will you impact before you're gone? But we fear what we don't understand. And I've had time to realize that it was never you I was afraid of. As it turns out, I didn't need to learn more about you. I needed to learn more about myself. You see, I've been so concerned with losing my life when honestly, not too long ago, I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do with my life. So I started asking myself the same questions I was asking about you. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Will I get stronger? How many lives will I impact before I'm gone? I should be mad at you, but I'm not. I'm really upset and disappointed in myself. I was asleep when you woke me, and I almost stayed asleep even after the alarm went off. But then the calls came in from people I've known my whole life, but whose voices I hadn't heard in months. I mean, people have been calling me who don't even call me on my birthday. The effect was contagious, almost as contagious as I hear you are. So all this time away from work and others has shown me what I really look like. I was always so concerned with my appearance. Just the morning routine alone was exhausting and stressful. I would wear clothes that I hoped would make me look thinner, shoes to try and make me look taller, jewelry to make me look wealthier, and then I would hop into a vehicle I could barely afford just to drive to a job that just barely provides the means to buy these costumes. It's so strange. They want me to put on a face mask, but as it turns out, I've been wearing one almost my whole life. It's so much easier to breathe now without putting on the facade and the show and all the added weight. The air has never been so incredible. But I mean, I'll be honest, look, I keep wondering, when you'll stop, or when the world will go back to how I remember it. But the more I think about it, the more I hope it never goes back to how it was. I don't want to go back to being the person I was before you showed up, because there's so much about me I wasn't really all that happy with. I just kept distracting myself with any gadget, screen, drink, drug I could find, but you forced me to spend some real quality time with the one person I've been neglecting the most.
Mm.
I've been forced to sit in my home and stare at how much I have filled it with emptiness. The crap I didn't really need, with money I didn't really have, that I put on shelves and never touched, and apparently never bothered to clean. Countless times, people have told me, whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Really, whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Is that cliche true now? It's probably the truest it's ever been. And all the energy I spent being afraid of dying has turned into a desire to actually live, not just maintain a pulse or a paycheck, but actually be present in my life and the lives of those I care for. And I've finally been afforded to time to look at the seemingly endless photos I've taken, which only help me realize that life isn't about capturing the moment. It's about allowing the moment to capture you.
Mm.
Look, I could sit at home. I could gain weight. I could watch TV. I could avoid everyone I care for and blame you for it. I mean, millions of people are, but look, I'm not. I can't. I'm not going to blame you or anyone else for what's missing in my life because I have been doing that way before you came along. So, look, like I said, I most likely won't be home when you come by. I'll probably be on my bike, enjoying these empty roads, and most likely trying to move faster than I think you can possibly catch me. And with every spare breath, I'll be saying hello to the brave people willing to venture into this beautiful world with me. But if I am home when you come by, I won't be alone because the rebel you've inspired decided on a different strategy than isolation. You see, if you want new results, you need new methods. And I have intentionally spent so much of my life alone, enough to know that isolation doesn't heal. Isolation hurts, it kills. I have filled my house with the people that remind me how valuable this life is and what I'm even fighting for in the first place. You want them? You'll have to get through me. And I'm not going down without a fight.
Mm.
If your only goal was to kill me, don't worry. You succeeded because the person I was when you showed up is gone.
Mm.
And I guess I have you to thank for that. So, dear COVID, thanks.